It's mailbag time. What's up, everyone? 12:10 p.m. on Friday afternoon. We're starting to get some practice reports, some injury updates for you here. Hopefully we hear something about Christian McCaffrey. I doubt that's going to happen, though. At this hour on the West Coast, Adam Azer here. Well, actually, I should have done it. Jamie Eisenberg's here. Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Adam and Dan.
Dan Schneier's here. Hello, Dan.
Hello, Adam and Jamie.
And I am a guy who, is very excited to get a haircut in 2 hours.
I need one too. Badly.
Your hair looks good. Why would you get a cut?
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's all over the place.
You are going with that. What's that guy from the OC? You're going with that guy look. You kind of look like, to some extent, him. What's
OC?
That guy? You know who I'm talking about. The guy.
California, here we come. That song?
Rat Bag. Where? Great song. Who's the guy? You know, Seth. Is that his name? I think it's Seth.
I never saw the show.
Okay. Adam Brody. Adam Brody. Is that his? No. Adam Brody. And you're not Adam Brody. The other guy.
No, Adam Levine. I get Adam Levine a lot. Anyway,
that's a horrible take.
From who?
Yeah, from who? Who's ever called you Adam Levine?
Nobody.
I hope you get recognized at the barbershop again.
Before we get into the serious thing, can you guys try to take a guess in what's new in the weird world of Dan Schneier and what is he doing today in his coffee? So I did something this week. I started something very weird that I like.
Okay, before I do that, welcome to Fantasy Football Today, presented by BetMGM, the sports book born in Vegas. I have a team name I'd like to throw at you guys. I have some music that I'm going to play today. We've got your emails, fantasyfootball@cbsi.com, and your Apple Podcast questions, a lot of fantasy cops, your YouTube comments. If you're new to the mailbag, we get a little wacky on the mailbag. It's kind of like our reward for our week of work. So we unwind a little bit on the mailbag. I hope you enjoy it, but we'll definitely answer your questions and help you with your starts and sits. What is weird in Dan's coffee cup?
So I'm not going to sit here today and say I invented an Americano, but every morning I do have a shot of espresso with some steamed water. And this, I'll be honest, cream, milk, they make the coffee taste good, Adam, but they don't sit all that well. Genetically speaking, we're not built for that. And by we, I mean me and maybe you. But I have found an alternative that does taste good.
Okay.
And it's really disgusting to most people. Kerrygold Irish salted butter in my coffee. So good. I can't quit it. I've done it now for a full week. It is so freaking good. It makes the coffee that people are like, is it too rich? No, it's the right amount of rich. It's so good.
It doesn't sound very healthy, Dan. I'm a little concerned.
Actually, it's something called bulletproof coffee. I looked it up. And I didn't do this for the health reasons, but apparently it is decently good for you, according to some studies, if you are on some sort of a ketogenic diet. And I am an intermittent faster, so I'll eat 30 grams of protein in the morning, go for a walk for 30 minutes, and then I won't eat again until 6 or 7. So I'm just having the Kerrygold butter. So it's just fat that I'm going to just burn off. Hopefully.
Okay, well, for someone
I'm not really a scientist,
but someone who almost keeled over and died during the second set of a tennis match, I think maybe you should watch what you're putting in your coffee. But let's get it. I got a team name for you. I want to see. Dave didn't get it. Dave hated the team name. I want to see how you guys feel about it. Ready?
Okay.
Jamie, you ready?
Yep.
Jamie's doing something over there. All right.
I'm looking up practice reports.
Ibuka Joe.
No.
Bazooka Joe. It's not terrible.
It's not bad, right?
It's not terrible.
It's not that bad.
It's better than oil of olave. It always will be. Anything will be.
Now, while I've got your attention, I got someone submitted a song of the day. And I missed this or he would have been in the leftovers league. But here we go. This was a mashup of some of the things said and sung on our show. Here we go.
I think that Eddie Vedder's voice is annoying, fake, and exaggerated. And I really do. I think it's annoying, fake, and exaggerated. And I wonder if I met him in person, he'd be like, hey, Eddie Vedder, Eddie Vedder. Are we supposed to all still be muted? Nothing.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty damn good. I don't know why there was like a 20-second break in between.
You cut off the sound.
Yeah, the sound cut off. We only got some of that.
I cut off the sound of the song?
Oh, we only got some of that. That's why I said we're supposed to still be muted. I like the beginning.
Oh, I muted my mic.
Yeah,
Oh,
something got messed up there. That was unbelievable, though, and I need a copy
Yep,
of
your
that. I think that
producing
Eddie
skills.
Vedder's voice is annoying, fake, and exaggerated.
Right.
And I wonder, I really do. I think it's annoying, fake, and exaggerated. And I wonder if I met him in person, he'd be like, hey, 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 Eddie Vedder, hey, Eddie Vedder, Eddie Vedder,
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I muted my mic, and I didn't realize by doing that I was also muting the music.
I'm in on that.
All right, good stuff. News and notes. So Malik,
Wow, your sneaky snack might not be out there.
What'd you say?
Your sneaky stack might not be out there this week.
What?
Oh, Malik Neighbors. Apparently, he's going to
What are
play.
you talking about?
Malik Neighbors has back tightness.
Ryan
Malik
Dable
Neighbors
said he's going to play. What are you talking about, Jamie? He said it's nothing that will be a problem.
trolling.
He's planning to play Sunday. Don't
trolling.
scare the listeners for no good reason, okay?
I mean, not practicing Friday is not good.
Speaking of how much of a discount, I told you guys about this last week. I have one stupid league that's also my most expensive buy-in that drafts this Saturday. A, what do you think Christian McCaffrey is going to go for? How much of a budget discount? And B, should I bid on him and be an idiot? And C, how much is Javonte Williams going to, like, what range of running back is Javonte Williams going to be pushed up to? You get the stats from the first week.
Oh, you get the stats?
You get retroactive stats.
Jamie thought he looked good. I thought the exact opposite.
I'm with Jamie. Not good. Like, he's not explosive. He's not explosive by any means, but I thought he read the blocks well.
Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he still didn't.
No, I don't agree with that because he used to be an unreal talent at UNC, but he looked like he followed the blocks well.
He looked good for the current version of Javonte Williams.
Oh, for the last what we've seen the last 2 years. Yeah. All right. Listen, let's move on here. Malik Neighbors has back tightness, but is expected to play. Andrew Thomas, we don't know. Keon Coleman was limited. He should play. If you have Tyler Bass, their kicker, Buffalo's kicker, he may not play. Christian Benford, starting cornerback, he was limited. He's expected to play and he's probably going to play, leaning that way. Tyreek Hill and Devon Achane are going to play, but James Daniels is offensive lineman for the Dolphins, questionable, and Darren Waller is doubtful. Vita Vea did make an appearance at practice today. That's a good sign for him. We'll see if he can get out there at Atlanta. New England left tackle Will Campbell was at practice today as well. In terms of how much Christian McCaffrey would go for, that's a pretty interesting question. I'm guessing he probably went for about 25% of the budget during the auction, and I think I'm going to guess he goes for about 18%. It's
going to be an interesting bid. It really is.
That's news and notes. Okay, Sunday programming. We have the 11:30 a.m. show.
No go.
Why are we just getting Giants? Random Giants?
Because their practice reports are coming in.
I feel like Jamie's subtly trying to troll us.
No, he's done. He's not practicing today.
All right. Well, we'll use Jude McAtamy instead.
Graham Gano on the field from Pat Leonard. Graham Gano on the field, but in tennis shoes. Jude McTamney or something. I don't know. Sounds like he's your kicker this week.
Well, to be fair, we did lose a game to Washington last year. We didn't have a kid. The Giants lost a game because they didn't have a kicker active. So it actually is important.
Let's get to some questions. This is from Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Join us, youtube.com/fantasyfootball today, or answering your starting questions for an hour and a half. youtube.com/fantasyfootball today at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. This is from Andrew. I've drafted a world record 8 rookies, and now choose one flex in PPR. RJ Harvey, Travis Hunter, Matthew Golden, Tyler Warren.
One flex?
Yeah.
Matthew Golden.
Golden for me as well.
Okay. Over Harvey. All right. This is Al from Bushwood. Gambling is illegal at Bushwood. I'm looking for a good bench wide receiver. I have a couple of injury-prone starters. So he's choosing between Dante Thornton, Cedric Tillman, Rashid Shaheed, Alec Iomanner, and Jaden Higgins. Who would you go with? Thornton, Tillman, Shaheed, Iomanner, Higgins.
It's between Tillman and Shaheed for me. I would go Tillman.
Tillman's my easy early lean with Flacco in against a bad defense. It's a nice matchup. But don't be surprised if Jaden Higgins gets off to a nice start if Christian Kirk, and I don't think he will play, doesn't play.
By the way, it is time for football at BetMGM. So register right now with BetMGM to get instant access to the best variety of parlay selection features. No sweat and boost tokens live betting options, and much more. New players can receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets with the bonus code FANTASY if they don't win their first bet. You don't want to miss out on any of the hard-hitting action at BetMGM. Place your money line, parlay bets, and more today. BetMGM, make it legendary. This is from Andres. Am I crazy for starting Roma Dunze over Ricky Pearsall in a 12-team PPR league with 2 wide receivers and 2 flex?
I think the answer is a resounding yes, you are crazy, because there's a chance that Brian Flores absolutely shuts down this Bears offense. It's not a guarantee. I actually think the Bears might upset them, but I wouldn't want to bet against Brian Flores right now in his first game with all offseason to kind of scheme against not only just Caleb Williams, but Ben Johnson.
I would go with Pearsall.
This is from Jimmy in Palm Beach. Ibuka or RJ Harvey, full PPR?
Jimmy also understands Laspada's great.
Understands what?
That Laspada's is great.
Oh, we don't need it. So, okay. Quick aside. Went down to Florida, visited the crew. Had a great time. Jamie took me to a not safe for work restaurant, which we don't need to talk about. But one of the days we did have lunch at what was deemed to be a deli as good as what you'll get in New Jersey, New York. Laspada's. I mean, look, it was good, but it was just sliced deli meats on a sandwich, and they just put a lot on it with a lot of toppings. Like, yes, it was good. Hot peppers were good. The sweet peppers were good. But, like, that's your version of a New York, New Jersey deli. When I think New York, New Jersey deli, I think
nobody said it's a version of a New York, New Jersey deli.
I don't know what.
Nobody said that. First of all, the next time you decide to fly down, we will send the proper authorities to not let you off the plane in Florida for being blasphemous about the greatest sub shop in Florida.
In Florida. I'm okay with that. If you're just limiting it to Florida, that's fine.
Yeah, Florida's big state.
Amazing.
Yeah, Florida's is great, man.
It's good. It's not great.
All right, so did we answer the question? Ibuka or Harvey?
Ibuka.
Ibuka Joe?
In full PPR.
It is full PPR, yeah.
Vita Vea practiced and is looking.
Do you guys think Adam's team name Ibuka Joe is good or not?
No, terrible.
I don't have any Ibuka, so I don't think I'm going to name my teams Ibuka Joe, but I would. But I don't think you can name your team after someone that's not on the team. So this one is from Dan. Dear everyone. Oh, are you who selected it?
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually reading that right now. Dear everyone but Adam. I play Adam in the FFT Open.
Ooh.
I need help with a flex recommendation.
Let's go.
Full PPR. Calvin Ridley versus the Broncos or Khalil Shakir versus the Ravens.
That is interesting. So Jamie's making that call. Obviously, he wants to avoid Patrick Surtain. I do think Ridley will get more targets, but Shakir seems to be full go, which means he was probably a value during draft season the entire time. Ravens are not the easiest matchup, but I'll go Shakir as well.
Okay. By the way, YouTubers, you can feel free to ask questions and you all can answer them for now.
What are you laughing at?
It's a team name. I don't know if it's offensive. I don't think it is, but I'm not going to read it.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll get to.
Listen, there's going to be a lot of Michael Penix Jr.
No, it's not.
That's not a Penix one, but that will obviously come up.
But there's going to be a lot of them. We're not going to read them.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of
this.
They're
going to be funny.
This is not offensive. This is just hilarious. If I'm reading the same one you're reading in the chat.
How do we get rid of this cow? Oh, it was a lower third.
No one would be offended by that, but it's okay. We don't have to take chances here.
I got so confused. I thought we had a comment up. It was actually just Claire doing excellent work with lower thirds. My bad. All right, this is from Kenneth. I got offered Marvin Harrison Jr. and RJ Harvey for my Derrick Henry. Should I accept? Give up Henry for Harvey and Harrison.
Ooh.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah. Reject.
Depends where you're at. If you're really in a bad position for whatever reason from an injury standpoint or a depth standpoint, I wouldn't hate the trade, but I'll probably say no too.
And I got an interesting trade offer yesterday. Dynasty League.
Okay.
Malik Neighbors and Zay Flowers for Bijan Robinson.
Ooh. I think that's a no, right?
I need Robinson more than I need Neighbors.
Yeah, you don't have the running back. Yeah.
Pretty sure I took Neighbors ahead of Robinson. I
Really?
did in the dynasties. Yeah, because we did the Big Burger Dynasty, and I was just too running back heavy, and those running backs were ETN and Ken Walker, and I thought they were great, at that point in their careers. And
yeah, I took Brees early in that, and that's a bad mistake.
Yeah, I regret it. So you also took Gibbs, and that worked out. But in this Superflex startup dynasty, my first two picks were Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. as a Superflex.
Yeah, if I was not I won the league last year. I have a very stacked roster. I need Robinson more than I need.
Yeah, you're playing for now. Robinson is definitely in the play.
All right.
Yeah, again, it's a very fair trade offer. I just can't do it.
Let's take a break. We got more of your emails when we come back after this.
Here we go. The 2025 CBS Sports NFL schedule is here. 18 glorious Sundays.
He's got his receiver touchdown.
Filled with rematches.
Oh, the play of the year.
And rivalries.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Plus, plenty of superstar showdowns. And an epic matchup between the Chiefs and Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Clear your Sundays beginning September 7th for the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
All right, welcome back to the Mailbag. Dan, how you feeling about, I know most people are going to hear this on Saturday, but for the people watching on Friday, how you feeling about little Friday night football? You got no plans tonight? Sit down, watch a little Friday night football.
Very excited for this game. I think it's going to be, hopefully, I thought night's game was pretty exciting too, so hopefully as exciting. What is this even from?
Oh, go away.
What is that even from?
Go away.
What do you mean go away? What is that even from?
You never thought for 1 second, Jamie, that he was going to know what that was.
Of course he didn't know it, but I didn't think he was going to embarrass himself.
I don't think I was even alive. How would I know something I'm not alive for?
Oh, my. Well, you ever seen The Godfather? I mean, I have
seen The Godfather.
6 hours for you to know something that you weren't alive for?
What does that have to do with it?
It's a movie that came out in the 80s. You were borderline alive. It's called The Last Boy Scout. It's a football movie.
Oh, I might like that. I should go watch that. I got to get better with movies. I really do.
Really
it's on me.
It's not a football movie. It's an action movie. Bruce Willis, Damon Wayans. It's very good. All right. Anyway, I didn't really care about your answer. I just wanted to play that because I forgot to do it on Friday's show. All right. Dave in Flint has 3 starter sit questions at quarterback in 4-point per passing touchdown leagues. One of them is a Dak Prescott question, so we'll skip that. But 4-point per passing touchdown. Jared Goff or Justin Fields?
4 points?
Yeah.
Fields.
Oh, you're muted. I didn't mute you.
My fault. We've got issues at the house. There's landscapers outside. I didn't want to pick up on the mic, but this is not a joke. Somehow this is my reality. Everything can go wrong that can possibly go wrong around this house, but I will go with Goff here. I don't want to start Fields against Steelers. I'm not hopeful about that.
Okay, and then the next one is a 6-point per passing touchdown league. JJ McCarthy or Justin Fields? It looks like it's 4 quarterbacks. McCarthy, Fields, Darnold, Russell Wilson. It's his dynasty league. McCarthy, Fields, Darnold, Russell Wilson.
McCarthy.
Yeah, I'll go McCarthy there. Ugh.
You wanted to say Russ.
No, I wanted to actually say Darnold, who I think you did a good job. You kind of convinced me a little bit on Darnold. I've started to come along on the Seahawks offense I've been out on all year. I'm starting to feel like, did I miss the boat? Saw that article you posted. I thought that was a really good article.
Yeah, thank you. It was, I didn't write it, but I'm glad you agreed. No, I thought it was fascinating, but also, did you know how many points Wilson scored against the Commanders last year?
Russ? Oh, he had a huge game. I think he hit like Mike Williams on a bomb at the end of the game. Wasn't that game?
Oh, I don't remember, but he scored 24 points.
Yeah, I think he hit Williams on like a go route to end that game. Mike Williams was somehow on the Steelers last year.
Okay, this one is from Bill. This is a critical email, as in he's criticizing us, but in a constructive way, constructive criticism. And he says basically that we should spend more time on deep league players. And, on the waiver wire show, I do have that, none of these guys are available in my league segment, but it's very brief. Bill wants a little more time. So speaking honestly, this is a tough call for me. If I spend 3 minutes on Jaden Higgins and, Dante Thornton, I think the majority of the audience is not going to like that. But I do also think it's important to give content to everyone, including the people who are in 16-team leagues and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll try harder. I can't make any promises. I have to do what I think is the best for the majority of the listeners. But if we want to dedicate a little bit of time here to deep league guys, what are some of the names that we should be throwing out right now?
Well, I will say this. Our audience is obviously a very knowledgeable audience, and they play in, I don't want to say like all high stakes leagues, but they play in probably leagues that are very cutthroat and, have a lot of experienced players against them, because especially people that are watching live right now, are very dedicated to the fantasy football hobby and game and enjoy it. So they probably need a little bit more of those deeper league guys, because everybody knows hey, Trevor Lawrence is going to be good. The 75% roster guys, they want to know about, will Michael Penix be good? And, how much I trust Joe Flacco if you're just looking from a surface level quarterback. I think it's important for those guys, because you want to, why do we say beat the waiver wire? You want to know about these guys before they blow up. So like if Thornton comes out in week 1 and has, let's just say 6 targets and catches 4 for 80 and a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be top 5 of the wide receivers to pick up this week, if not top 3.
Yeah, easy.
Woody Marks is going to be, if he has more, forget about touch, if he has the most playing time of the Texans running backs, he's probably going to be the number 1 player to add, barring any injuries. Like there's reasons for these guys to be relevant, and not just for the deeper leagues. It's for 12-team leagues too.
I feel like this question was handpicked for me to provide some shameless promotion. We talked about some of these players on Beyond the Box Score, and we do a lot of in-depth, those deep league players. Some players we discussed this week, Terrence Ferguson, a player the Rams hand selected as their first pick, and probably gives them something that Higbee can't. I would be very interested to see if he potentially becomes the third option in that passing game with 2 guys ahead of him who are either older or injured. I kind of like that. Jalen Noel, a player who arguably had better tape than Jaden Higgins at Iowa State, now might have an opportunity with Christian Kirk injured. That's another player we talked about. We talk a lot about Isaac Tesla. That's a player who, man, at his size to move like he does, there's no role in play right now for him, but there was no role in play for Puka Nacua before his breakout in week 1 a few seasons ago. So just another player to keep an eye on. Those are just a few players that I have in my mind, but if you want to hear more, check out Beyond the Box Score on this channel.
We haven't talked about Kayshon Boutte. He apparently has had a good offseason, good camp. He's going to be a starter, I think, for the Patriots. He's 3% rostered. So that's super deep. I can't even.
You got to be patient on these players too, because if you have them now, it's going to be you're going to want to drop them at some point, I should say. But some of them are, to me, they're just players you should stash over some of these like lesser bench players who are never going to be in your lineup.
2 running backs who are rostered in fewer than 25% of leagues that I could see being closer to 40 to 50% next week could be Woody Marks, and Chris Rodriguez. The Krosky Merritt is what? He's 95% rostered. Rodriguez is 23% rostered. Obviously, I prefer Krosky Merritt, but I don't think it's the worst thing to take a shot on the guy who could be the short yardage back, and could get mixed in there. All right. Moving on.
I will say, listen, we have an audience that is dedicated to our show. There's a reason why I try to go as deep as I can on the waiver wire column on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So if you want to read about those guys, like we don't ignore anyone.
I would say not only that, Jamie and Dave both cover in depth throughout the week, waiver wire, and then in both their matchup, their start sit and Dave's lineup decision column. You're going to get hit with like the deepest of deep if you keep reading through that. So go check out the site. It's all free. It's all on our site. Jamie's columns come out waiver wire Tuesday, Wednesday for start sit. Dave will be out there Wednesday or Thursday. So you can all get it in most likely before the week, and Jamie before your waiver wire run.
Next up, we have Ben. I traded Tony Pollard and Calvin Ridley for Travion Henderson and Braylon Allen. I already have Lamb, Thomas, Sutton, Ibuka, Pearsall, and Rice. So he didn't feel like he needed Calvin Ridley. Yeah. So he traded Pollard and Ridley for Travion Henderson and Braylon Allen.
The hope is that you got the best player in the trade, Travion Henderson. I wouldn't do that trade, though. I think the best player, honestly, Pollard and Ridley will outscore Henderson this year.
Can you do me a favor? Because I know you talked about this a lot in regards to Ridley. Give me the 4-game schedule again for the Titans, if you have it in front of you.
You can have it momentarily.
Is it that bad? I know Broncos is a horrible start.
It's not great. Broncos, Rams, Colts, Texans.
Okay,
Colts.
so that's who Pollard faces before Spears is eligible to return.
Right.
So questionable start in week 1.
Yep.
Maybe questionable start in week 2.
Sure.
I doubt you're sitting him in week 3 against the Colts. And week 4 is who?
Houston. Now, Rams, for what it's worth, last year had a terrible run defense. So Colts, Rams, based on last year, would be good matchups. Texans, Broncos would be bad matchups. Just he could get 20 touches. He could get close to 20 touches a game.
I'm not talking about that, though. I'm talking long term, like Trevion versus Pollard, right?
Yeah.
So not in a vacuum. This is just the trade. So I think for getting Trevion, who may be by week 4, week 5, when Pollard is now in a timeshare, an absolute
We don't
monster.
know that, though.
Huh?
But we don't know that.
Of course you don't know. That's the
I
game.
think you're probably right. I mean, it's a high ankle sprain. He's probably not going to miss more than it would be like a 6-week absence if he's back after the 4 games. So that's probably right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine, right? Because he could afford to give up Ridley with Lamb, Thomas, Sutton, Ibuka, Pearsall, and Rashee Rice. Yeah, I think I would do it, but I also think it works for the other team too. For Aaron, would you trade Matthew Golden to get Tyrone Tracy? Half PPR.
Their draft capital was probably close by the time we got to Labor Day weekend. So I think that's a fair deal if you need a running back and have the receivers to give up or vice versa.
I would definitely not do that deal. Golden's one of my 2 flag plan players, so I'm keeping him no matter what.
One of your 2. You have 75 based on our drafts.
No, we did a flag plant player show on Beyond the Box Score this week. Another shameless promotion for me. But it's all within the site, or within the big, I don't know the word, but it was Golden and Pickens.
Golden.
Bad start for my second flag plant, Pickens.
Yeah, actually, Dave sent me a link to Scott Barrett. Have you guys had him on?
Yeah.
From Fantasy Points.
Yep.
And he said AJ Brown. So Pickens was a bust on Thursday, but AJ Brown was worse.
Oh, yeah.
AJ Brown just posted what was easily his worst performance of the Fantasy Points data era. For the first time since at least 2022, AJ Brown didn't win a single route last night. Wow. 0% separation win rate. The speculation would be that the hamstring was a lot more serious than the team let on.
I don't think it was. I don't. Do you think it was that?
I don't know. I mean, I did watch a number of those routes, and it almost felt like, first of all, he was double teamed a lot.
Yes,
but it really felt like he was a decoy out there. I mean, it just didn't seem like they were trying to get him the ball or get him open.
I'll defer to you because you watch the routes, but from my vantage point, I saw a lot of situations where Hurts would look to AJ Brown's side, confirm that the safety was rolled over the top of him, and then just come off of it really quick.
To me, it was more the linebacker underneath. Because I didn't watch that many routes, but I didn't see him really go deep at all. I wonder what I'm going to look up his average route.
I would assume we're going to see a lot more of AJ Brown in week 2. This is not
so. Hurts attempted 1 pass that was like above 8 air yards the entire game. They don't. This is good. I have a take. I think the Eagles 2025 season is going to feel and look a lot like the Chiefs 2024. They're going to win a lot of games. People are going to be like, they're not that great, or like, it doesn't look that good. And there's just going to be a lot of games like last night where they just do what they need to do, control the clock, burn. Like, some of those possessions killed a half a quarter by the Eagles, and we didn't get that much fantasy production out of them, out of those specific possessions.
Well, we did before the rain, before the weather.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
All right. Thank you for your emails, everybody, at fantasyfootball@cbsi.com. And thank you so much for your Fantasy Cops questions.
Cop time.
All right. If you've got some league issues, send it in to fantasyfootball@cbsi.com. That's the letter I. Put Fantasy Cops in the subject line. The first one comes from Danny. All right. This is a doozy. It's a long one. So everyone just buckle up. It says, dear Albert, Stan, Ozzy, and Bob.
Albert, Stan, Ozzy, and Bob. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne's the only Ozzy I've ever heard of.
You've heard of Ozzy Smith, and you've heard of Albert Pujols.
I have heard
Unusual,
of
and Bob Gibson.
Okay. And then again, players before my time. Go on.
All right. Yeah, no, it's okay. You're not supposed to know anything.
Minus Pujols.
So really, Ozzy Smith, whatever. Okay. Anyway, they did a draft. 20th year of the draft, childhood friends, draft day controversy. 5 of us live in St. Louis, myself included. 5 live in Chicago. 2 live elsewhere. We do an online draft, but every year the 5 St. Louis guys get together. This year we did it at my house. For the last 5 years or so, the St. Louis guys have been known to use most of the full 90-second pick clock to make our picks, in part to savor the time together on our favorite night of the year. And our draft generally takes a little under 2 hours. This has always annoyed the Chicago guys, who tend to pick faster, though no one has ever proposed a rule change during our annual league rule vote, the process by which all rules are changed. Through the first 6 rounds this year, it was the same routine. St. Louis guys use most of the pick clock. Chicago guys complain that the draft is running long. After round 6, the commissioner paused the draft and agreed upon 3-minute intermission. Here's where the controversy comes in. When we returned from the intermission, the commissioner, a Chicago guy, all right, these are the fast pickers, updated the pick clock to 60 seconds. Outraged with the lack of due process and obvious dissent amongst the league, I threatened to disrupt the draft by pulling the plug on my home Wi-Fi if the commissioner didn't reinstate the agreed-upon 90-second pick time, as I figured that doing that would impact 5 people in St. Louis, and the commissioner would be forced to pause the draft. The St. Louis guys were in agreement that the clock switch mid-draft with no agreement was unfair, but did not expect my Wi-Fi threat was legitimate. So, after 4 picks with the reduced 60-second clock, the commissioner did not restore the 90 seconds. I made good on my threat and pulled the plug on my Wi-Fi router. I called the commissioner to tell him to stop the draft, and he agreed. But 6 picks elapsed. There were some auto picks. A couple of the St. Louis guys got auto picked, and they got players they didn't want. So I plugged our Wi-Fi back in, and the commissioner agreed to set the draft back to the spot where the St. Louis Wi-Fi cut out. Okay. After that happened, a couple of the Chicago guys were livid that players they previously had the chance to draft were now off the board. They cried collusion and began referring to the incident as Pluggate. When the dust settled, the commissioner let the draft play out from there, but did not restore the 90-second pick clock. What say the fantasy cops? Was the commissioner right to cave to the pressure of the other Chicago guys? Was I right for cutting the internet? At the end of the day, I didn't get my 90-second clock restored, and the clock reduction did not save any time. With all the time lost from the internet controversy, we finished in just under 2 hours, so we are all losers.
The last part is the best part. They are all losers. I mean, to be fighting over the clock is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean,
obviously, you shouldn't change a clock mid-draft, though.
No.
That goes without saying. So that's the key here if we're looking to rule on something. But I'm with Jamie, man. Like, we're taking this thing too far. We really can't afford to lose another 30 minutes of our life to this. Like, it's a one day of the year we're drafting. You're going to be a little tired the next day.
If you're that bent out of shape over 30 seconds on each pick,
yeah,
you really
why
need
are you
to
playing?
reevaluate yourself.
I'm with that. And I understand people don't like this take. It's the same thing with the auction. It's like, some of us, we have kids and we have a lot going on and we can't afford to even use like an hour of our time for one day of the year to draft our fantasy team. But like, we're talking about like a difference of 20 minutes, probably in the end, 25, 30 minutes.
I don't know. I mean, I get it. It can get long, but
you agree about that before the thing starts.
Yeah.
You're halfway through and all of a sudden you're going to do it without explaining it to the rest of the league when they're all together.
Yeah.
Drafts are not that long in general, though. We finished ours and we just did our FFT league in almost under an hour. It felt like it was like an hour and 10 minutes.
I mean, we're not trying to savor the night, or this was a 2-hour draft. A 2-hour snake draft is kind of long, I think.
That is long, though. Yeah.
But I mean, just if you pause the draft, say, listen, guys, I got to go to work the next day. My kids, my wife is pissed.
Yeah.
We just speed this up a little bit. I don't want to change the clock, but let's just make it long. Like, you just act like adults.
Yeah. All right. I'd say the commissioner was wrong for changing the clock, but maybe do 85 seconds next year. 75 seconds. All right. Next up.
Good compromise.
Next up is Fantasy Cops from Abe. Dear Jennifer, Larry, Twinkasetti, and Balky. Is it Perfect Strangers?
I guess so.
Yeah.
No shot for me.
Big fan of, this is before your time. There's no way you could ever watch a show that aired before you were born.
I actually have seen a few, but they have to be good. Shows, yes.
My league is in chaos. Right after our draft ended, one manager shipped off CeeDee Lamb and Marvin Harrison for Jaden Daniels and Roma Dunze. gave up Lamb and Harrison for Jaden Daniels and Roma Doomsday. That's it. The commissioner,
Not a super flex, right?
What'd you say?
Not a super flex draft.
No.
Not a super flex. The commissioner slammed accept immediately. No league discussion, no hesitation. I'm against leagues where teams vote on vetoes, but it has to be accompanied by reasonable judgment from the commissioner. So the commissioner ended up getting Lamb and Marvin for Daniels and Odunze.
Oh, it was the commissioner who did?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Also, the two teams involved and the commish. Oh, no. I was wrong. The
Okay,
commissioner just clicked accept. My bad.
Okay.
But the two teams involved and the commish seem to be the only managers that know each other from before.
Ooh.
And they've all been involved with fantasy for over a decade. So nobody thinks this is a rookie fantasy manager making a bad trade.
Right.
So when people in the league questioned it, the commissioner and the guys involved basically shrugged it off, saying that one of the managers loves Jaden Daniels and does not like the Cowboys, and he auto-picked Lamb. Needless to say, our group chat went nuclear. So, 1, is this collusion? B, what's the right play when a commissioner is either asleep at the wheel or, what the league suspects, driving the getaway car? And 3, am I crazy for thinking that this trade, again, Lamb and Marvin Harrison for Daniels and Odunze, basically ruins the integrity of the league before week 1 even starts?
I mean, it's not a great trade. It does sound a little fishy, but is it that egregious when you're talking about a top 3 quarterback? Like, I would
No.
never allow it personally, but
You would never allow it? You'd veto it?
no, I mean, I should say I wouldn't be happy about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's one of those that throws off the integrity of the league. Like,
But I wouldn't even give it a second thought. I was just like, okay, bad trade, just whatever. The fact that he thinks that the commissioner and the two managers are the only ones who know each other, that, you know, from the past.
but how is the commissioner benefiting then?
I don't know. By you're the commissioner, me and Dave make a trade, you approve it, and we're all split the winnings later. No, I don't know. I mean, he's their friend or something.
I guess I don't know. That's not one you veto.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Look, just play and just beat them.
It just sucks, but you don't veto it.
Just beat them.
That was very weird. My computer like froze up there completely, but I think I'm good.
No, you're not. We're going to take a break. While we take a break, Dan's going to fix his mic and change the input.
Dan's in St. Louis. He's a part of Wi-Fi.
The mic is not working.
Pull the Wi-Fi. And we'll be right back on Fantasy Football Today.
You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. So even if you can't count on accurate expiration dates,
That is a rookie mistake.
or people appreciating your fashion sense,
Jim, the crowd is not on board here.
you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus.
Glad we wear our good jerseys.
I want to do a voiceover for Paramount Plus. Like, I could do that, right?
I think he'd do a good job with it.
I don't think I do that good of a job with that. I don't have a great voice for that, but I want to do it. I want the opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, look, everyone can dream. So this is your dream.
I don't know if you've noticed, Dan, but it's week 1 and I'm sick. Already sick. First
This
week
is
of the season.
unbelievable, dude. We're not even in anywhere near the season where anyone should be getting sick.
No, apparently there's some COVID going around. Some of the
Oh,
kids
there's
just
COVID
no,
going-
my kids
Dude.
got a little sick.
Our house is very sick too.
I seriously think that, yeah, but your house is sick, Jamie, but you sound fine.
Jamie's
I mean,
never been sick. Jamie,
No, I'm my
my
ear
point.
like about
that's my point, Adam. My
Jamie's-
point is you have maybe one of the weakest immune systems I've seen of anyone I've ever met in my entire life, to be quite frank. It's really insane. You live 9 out of 12 months sick. And that might be an understatement. It might be closer to like 10 and a half.
Oh my gosh. All right. Next up, one more fantasy topic. It's from Pat. Pat plays in a 12-team, 3-wide receiver PPR league with 3 IDP spots. I did my draft prep, and I found out that Yahoo will allow you to play Travis Hunter in an IDP spot and count his offensive
Ooh.
stats. Knowing this, I bumped him up my draft board considerably. I actually took him at the 4-5 turn. I had the 4th pick. I had the 1st pick. I drafted the rest of the team accordingly and then slid Hunter into my defensive back spot after the draft ended. Soon after, someone in the league stated that they didn't think it was fair and wanted to force me to play him at wide receiver. Apparently, no one else in the league bothered to look up how Hunter is handled on our platform. Drama ensued, and the commissioner is holding a vote to change the rules post-draft.
Nope.
I plan on playing him in my defensive back spot as the rules stated pre-draft, regardless of any vote. I don't think changing the rules after a draft is right, and I will likely, sadly, be leaving this league I've been in for 15 plus years next season. What's your take? Am I nuts?
No, you're right. That's on them. The commissioner should have thought about this beforehand. You can't make the change after the draft, and it is what it is. It should be played out this season with you having Hunter and getting his wide receiver stats as a DB.
It's going to be such a minimal difference, most likely.
Oh,
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think this is like a
getting
league
these-
break. The problem is this is like a
Like-
league-breaking thing.
It's not that he's playing him at wide receiver and getting his defense.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he's playing him
it's
at
going to be a
corner.
cheat code.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't change it, though, after the fact.
It's
Oh,
a bad
man.
situation though, too. Yeah, because he should have been. If you can play him at DB and get his wide receiver stats, it's like what, a first round pick. I don't play enough. I'd play one IDP league.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah,
Potentially, yeah. It's really impactful. All right, I'm getting a lot of heat in the flack. I'm getting a lot of heat and flack in the chat here. Adam, always sick.
Yeah.
Adam, you got to go down some octaves for voiceovers. Yeah, I do think that's my problem.
voiceover's fine. It's the sick thing that we're worried about.
Adam eats a bag of candy a day. So that's not
Only
true.
during Halloween time. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been eating. Someone brought over these brown butter cookies from Whole Foods, and they're incredible.
Oh, they're amazing.
Right?
Yes.
You're not gonna like this,
Whole
but I
Food
do.
cookies are amazing.
I believe half the reason why you. I'm not gonna bring this to. This is very conspiracy theory of me. Should I say it?
I don't know. Is it this one? The Adam seems like a germaphobe, which doesn't help
Yes.
the immune system.
Exactly. It's that exact one. He's not that he seems like a germaphobe. He is a certified germaphobe.
No,
went
I'm not.
to a Giants. Yes, you are, dude. I went to a Giants game. I won't say what you did because it's a little offensive.
Use hand sanitizer. Big deal.
After shaking the hand of a listener. Yes.
No, that was like 20 minutes after shaking the hand of a listener. It's not like a monk. Where I
Okay,
asked
that
for a
part I'm
wipe.
joking about, but like he was constantly hand sanitizing. in that
One
parking lot.
time.
It's that there is some, not science, but there is some speculation that if you are a germaphobe and you're constantly, your you never let your immune system get strong enough to where it can fight off stuff.
ADAM, always diseased and miserable.
No, that's not fair, hot girl. He's never miserable. I know Adam. He's a pretty up tempo, a cheery guy in real life. Just always diseased may be true.
Oh man. All right. Let's move on. Let's do some Apple Podcasts. Oh boy, what now?
Ikwanu, how do you pronounce it? The left tackle for the Panthers?
Ikwanu,
Oh no.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, for the game. Yeah.
Doubtful to play. Sorry.
left tackle for the Panthers.
Have you ever seen the show Monk?
Have
You
I
are
ever
a lot
seen the
like
show?
Monk.
First of all, I just referenced it. You didn't hear it.
Oh, I missed it.
It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite shows
Okay.
of all time.
You are a lot like
Yeah.
Tony Shalhoub. Is that his name? First name Tony?
Yeah.
He's such a good actor, and you are actually a lot like him.
That is an incredible show. I mean, it really is. It's so heartfelt and funny, and the mysteries are great. It's a show I'm going to be watching for the rest of my life.
I like him even more in Maisel. He's even funnier in
I
that.
can't stand that show.
Really? Wow.
That show. It's because I don't like theater, and it's just a play on TV, basically.
Okay.
All right. Question from S.A. Jones. I have Devontae Adams and Kyron Williams as wide receiver 2 and RB2. Should I try to trade one of them to diversify my roster or roll with what I have?
If you can get equal value, I'm in on that.
Who was it? Adams new?
And Kyron.
Aaron.
Yeah, not bad to shop them. You saw the pitfalls of going all in on certain teams last night.
Yeah. All right. This is from Fantasy Lobster. 10-team full PPR, half point per attempt.
Ooh.
My wide receivers, blah, blah, blah.
Is that per pass attempt?
I don't know.
Or
Oh,
rushing
yes.
attempt, I would
I
have to
think
think.
pass attempt.
Really? If it's rushing attempt, it makes a little more sense. Pass attempt,
No.
it's got to be rushing attempt. Maybe pass completion. I've seen pass attempt would be insane, dude. They have point for you get like 20 points a game from each quarterback extra.
This is a pretty easy question, I think. Well, not at running back. Who should he start at running back? Start two running backs: James Cook, Chuba Hubbard, Tony Pollard, RJ Harvey.
The first two. Pollard's the easy one for me.
I think Chuba's the easy one in a half point per attempt league. He's going to get the most attempts in that matchup.
Wait, we're starting Cook and Hubbard,
Sure.
or Pollard and Hubbard, Jamie?
So
Cook and
you're
Hubbard.
getting points for carries?
I think so.
Then I go Hubbard. I go Pollard and Hubbard.
And then we have a flex: Drake London or the other running back.
Is there any reward for receivers?
It's PPR.
Oh, full.
London over
Drake
Cook.
London. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I have some more Apple Podcast questions. This is always a good way to get your question read. They grade the team. 12-team PPR. Had the second pick. This is a 2-receiver league. Quarterback Josh Allen. Tight end Jake Ferguson. Blah. Wide receiver, running backs are Kyron, Chuba, Krosky Merritt, Charbonnet, Rashad White, Shipley. Wide receivers Chase, McMillan, Tedero McMillan, Golden, Debo, Keon Coleman, Higgins. So starting lineup's going to be Allen, Kyron and Chubbard, Chase, McMillan, Golden. Golden's the flex, and Ferguson's the tight end.
B+.
Yeah, at least a B+ for me, maybe A-.
Yeah, I'm missing the. Oh, I guess it was Allen. So Allen and Kyron at the 2-3 turn.
Mm-hmm.
4th round pick is Chuba.
Okay. Yeah,
Chuba McMillan after that.
right.
This team is missing, like, I don't know. It's missing something. I think the tight end is just too bad.
I mean, you might have our wide receiver 1, QB 1. You should have 2 top 20 running backs.
Yeah, Ferguson should not be your tight end.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I mean, but tight end's not. You don't have to do much to be a starting tight end in fantasy football. He'll be fine, I think.
All right. 16 PPR league, grade the trade. Chase Brown and Pacheco for Bijan Robinson.
Chase Brown and Pacheco for Bijan Robinson. I mean, I don't think it's enough either.
I would make that.
I'm sorry. First of all, it's a 6-team league. So which side would you rather have? Chase?
You definitely need Bijan then if it's 16
in a 6-team league.
Yeah,
it's hard. You can't trade Bijan in a 16 league.
No, he's getting Bijan. He's getting.
Then
Pacheco.
snap it up. Great job. You just won a 16 league. By the way, Adam, did you do that trade Heath offered you last night? I saw it on Twitter. I wasn't sure.
I didn't.
Okay.
I thought he's got to give me something else.
I couldn't believe that he wanted you to add a player. I thought just straight up Bowers for CMC would.
That's what I thought. You get the email and you don't see the entire trade. You just see the portion of it. And so I saw Bowers for McCaffrey. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. But it was Bowers, McCaffrey, and Laporta. Yeah. And I thought that was too much.
The fact that he wanted back Laporta too was a little crazy.
Which league is this?
Podcast 14 team.
It's the one where Heath drafted McBride and Bowers. So he was
that was our FFT league.
Capitalize.
Oh, wait. It was our FFT league? I thought it was our podcast league.
There's a lot of leagues. I might be getting confused.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I thought
either way. You have McCaffrey in the podcast league. I don't know if you did it in FFT.
I don't think I have McCaffrey in the FFT league. I hope I don't.
I have McCaffrey in too many leagues.
Me too.
It's bad. It's really not good.
No, I don't. My 1st round pick was Nico.
I can't quit him.
Okay, so look, maybe it's nothing. We'll see. YouTubers, you ready? Let's make it happen here.
If he gave you Bowers and ETN, would you do it?
ETN, no. Should we try to sell high on Javonte Williams? If so, for what?
AJ Brown.
I mean, I would do that. Obviously, I would take AJ Brown. I don't think that manager would do that. I don't know if we should try to trade on Williams. I kind of feel like I overlooked him this offseason if he's going to be in this role because he's going to get all the red zone work and that offense is going to be scoring so many points.
So I would say this. If what could happen happens of Hampton, Harvey, Henderson stink because they don't get enough touches in their first game because coaches are stupid, I would trade Williams for any of those guys.
Yeah, Williams is so slow. I have a lot of Javonte, so I'm not trying. I want this to work out. I started him in only one league. I think he might be my most rostered player.
Let's just keep in mind. The Eagles' best defensive player got kicked out of the game.
Yeah,
I know. And he averaged 3.5 yards per carry or something like that.
It's not going to be about that, though. I think
but it is eventually. It's like Zeke being ahead of Dowdle last year. Eventually,
there is no Dowdle. Who's the Dowdle on this roster?
Jaden Blue.
I don't know about that.
Fastest running back in the draft.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And I like Blue, and I don't know about that.
I don't either.
That happens.
That's my fear.
The thing is, like,
not gonna be Sanders.
They're really hard
if
to
he
predict.
does not score two, let's just say it's 1 touchdown. And we're talking about
the role was great.
Yeah, the role was great.
The role was great, but people don't look at that. They look at the production. So if he gives you 14 PPR points, right? Like I was hoping for more in the passing game, to be honest with you, than what we saw last night. That was what I thought was going to really help boost his value. And so you're talking 2 catches for 10 yards on 3 targets. Like that, I thought would be another target, another catch at minimum. So he gives you 14 PPR points without the second touchdown. Like he's going to need to score if this is going to be this.
And I think that's the whole point, though. Like I think it's very hard for us as
analysts. You're not getting 18 touchdowns out of this kid.
No, but he did run. He ran a route on 80% of the drop.
Can you get 14 out of him? He has 2 already. If he's in this role, you might.
No, you're not getting 14 touchdowns out of him.
Why not?
I just okay. Look, you could, but I don't
more.
think you should sit there and plan on that.
But I know that's the whole point. That's like fantasy, and I get it. Look, as fantasy analysts, we never want to lead you in this direction. We want to chase the things that matter: the advanced stats, the targets per route run, the volume, how these players look on tape, things that actually can translate. And touchdowns are insanely hard to guess. But he is also on an offense that's probably going to be top 5 in the NFL in touchdowns due to how bad their defense is and how potent of a quarterback Dak Prescott is when healthy. And their O-line looked very good, by the way. Very good, I thought. That was a question mark for some.
We're playing against the team without his best player.
I get it, but even without Jalen Carter, that's a solid defensive line. They're going to have matchups against worse defensive lines all year.
But all right, listen. So Rico Dowdle, in his last, from weeks 12 to 18, Rico Dowdle was the number 18 running back per game in PPR. And in those 7 games, he was on pace for 345 carries and 32 catches. Now, he was only on pace for 5 touchdowns.
And no Dak Prescott.
No Dak Prescott. That is true. But he averaged 4.6 yards per carry, 4.8 in that stretch. I just don't see it with Javonte. I mean,
I don't either. I don't think he's going to be some kind of great fantasy play, but I think he could be like a great flex to RB2 all year if he's just collecting touchdowns in this role.
I don't disagree with that because yes, there is a chance for him to be productive as a fantasy option. That being said, if you could turn him into one of these high-profile rookies,
agreed,
coming off of a bad game, which 1 or 2 of them probably is going to happen, unfortunately. So, and I'm not talking about Genty because nobody's going to trade Genty for Javonte Williams. But you might get somebody who drafted Harvey in round 5 and looking at Williams getting drafted in round 7 and saying, oh, the draft capital is somewhat fair. Harvey's clearly in a timeshare, at least what's most likely to happen in week 1. And Javonte looks like the guy, and the backup just fumbled in a very key spot. So it could be a situation where that manager is swayed and wants to make that type of trade. Now, again, I wouldn't give up the rookie at this point for that player, one of those 3 rookies at least. But some people panic. We just know that's the case. You get off to a slow start, your team stinks, and you're looking at somebody that's got a guy that scored 20 PPR points. He outscored Saquon Barkley. You know, so you're looking at somebody that has that guy on their bench most likely, and you say, okay, let's make a deal. And it might be 2 for 2, it might be 3 for 3, 3 for 2, one of those trades. But
just to be clear, I'm on your side of that, Jamie. I always want to make clear that touchdowns are like a huge part of this game, and it's hard to predict them, but they're a lot. They determine who scores, and year after year.
Forget how it gets done. I said this about Javonte during the offseason. Like, this could be the J.K. Dobbins. Guy goes to another team, gets a fresh start, and has the opportunity to, be a successful fantasy option. So it's not this isn't necessarily about like Javonte's going to stink, but I do think he's going to be touchdown dependent. And if you can turn him into something that most people believe, whether it comes to fruition or not, most people believe is better or has a higher ceiling, you always should try to do that.
Yes. Again, on board with that. I see it more as potentially a 2023 Gus Edwards is how I'm seeing this.
Okay. He ran 27 routes. Pickens ran 33, Lamb 32, Ferguson 29, Javonte 27. It's a great role, but I just think if you want to trade Javonte Williams, do it this week. I don't think his value is ever going to be higher. All right, more comments from YouTube. Should I drop Demario Douglas for Isaac Arendo?
I wouldn't do that yet.
Yeah, I would wait to see today's practice report from the 49ers.
I saw my email's a little wonky, so I'm not seeing all the transactions, but I saw one Garendo transaction was Adam, and you dropped Keaton.
No, it wasn't me. It was my co-manager.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fine.
I don't think I would have done it, but Keaton Mitchell, we dropped.
Dissent between Adam and his co-manager.
That's fine. It's reasonable. Half PPR, start 1.
Yeah, you know what the greatest draft pick I had all season was?
Oh, I saw you're so happy to tilt Adam off with that pick.
So pissed. Half PPR, start a wide receiver and a flex. Pearsall, Metcalf, Coleman, pick 1.
Pearsall.
I'll go Metcalf.
Pearsall over Metcalf for me. Definitely not Coleman. He may not play.
I hope you guys are right about Pearsall. There's a lot of Pearsall too. Swift or Swift would be the flex here.
Yeah,
I would go with the two receivers, Pearsall and DK.
All right. Is it crazy to start Worthy over Kyron?
No, not in PPR.
Not if it's full PPR, no.
Harvey or Ford, Sampson or Mason?
I would go with the Browns.
I saw, what's funny, Jamie? Someone in my league made fun of me because I had Ford in my starting lineup, and I was like, I don't know, and I heard you say it earlier this week on one of the shows. I think you had Ford. I got to check it out, your rankings for week 1, but top 20 possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not?
The why not for me is that the Browns have rarely been willing to give him a big workload. They kind of, gosh, I don't have it off the top of my head, but I'd love to know how many games he's had with more than 12 carries. It doesn't usually happen for Jerome Ford.
I would say this. You're not wrong. But that's typically been when he's paired with a veteran.
Well, there were times last year when he really was the guy, right? And he didn't have more than 12 carries at any point last year.
Last year, I think was a little go back to 2023. I think that's a better sample size because they were mixing in. I think it was Deontay Foreman.
Yeah. So 2023, he had 15, 16, 17, 20, 17, 15. So that's 6 games with more than 12 carries.
And that was pretty early in the season when he was healthy, right?
Throughout the season, 3 of his first 5 games.
I think just when it comes down to it, for me, first off, listen, I have almost equal shares of Ford and Sampson. So some of my teams will work out well if Sampson becomes the guy, and the others we go with Ford. For this week, though, week 1, you're talking about a rookie running back. I don't think that he is going to get more work than Ford unless he just absolutely blows the doors off things, which would be great because Sampson's going to be a lot of fun. But I think for week 1, the matchup's great. They should have an opportunity to, use him in the passing game as a, pass protector, at least a more seasoned pass protector than Sampson for a 40-year-old quarterback. So I think in passing downs will be there. Flacco will throw the ball to his running back. So I just feel like there's a good opportunity for him this week.
Same. And I think there's a good opportunity for an explosive touchdown out of him this week as well.
For both those guys. I mean, they're both explosive.
Right. I personally don't think Samson's going to play a lot despite what Adam, and I like your suggestion, Adam. I just don't think he's ready.
No, I don't know how it's going to play out. I also fear that none of Jamie's teams are going to be good because with that respect, because Judkins could be back and make.
Well, listen, the value for both those. I'm not expecting Jerome Ford and Dylan Sampson to carry my fantasy teams, but they were so cheap for what you could be getting from them.
I didn't know anyway. All right, let's finish up here with a few more. Should I trade Olave for Javonte or Tracy?
I would do it in a heartbeat for Tracy.
Yeah.
And I probably would do it for Javonte too. I mean, unless you just need receiver help. But this is the type of trade I think that works out because now you're looking at what Javonte could potentially become. Like Olave's got such a bad injury track record and his quarterbacks are going to be terrible. He may be awesome, and I hope he is. But if Javonte keeps that role to what Dan was saying, like borderline RB2 flex is well within the range of possibility. I mean, that's where he was being drafted. He was like around RB30. So I would do that.
I'm actually Olave on this one. I'm much higher than consensus on Olave this year. I really like the buy.
Okay, this is from Edison. Dear Jack, Chloe, Tony, and Palmer.
No idea.
24. I didn't know that, but I looked it up. Bench one in a standard scoring league. Pollard, Tracy, Pearsall.
I would bench Tracy.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Would you start Ford or Dobbins over Breece Hall in full PPR?
I would with Ford.
Yeah, Ford. It's a good matchup. I'm in.
Pick a flex. PPR. Judy, Travion, Abuka.
Judy, yeah.
Right, Jamie?
Mm-hmm.
Need one. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Garrett Wilson, Hunter, or Jennings. I was wrong about Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. I was corrected on Twitter. So it was a Nash. No Neil Young in that one. Garrett Wilson, Travis Hunter, Juwan Jennings. Pick one. Standard scoring.
I would go Hunter.
Jennings.
I'll go Wilson.
Jennings for me.
Oh, wow.
All different.
3 different ones. Okay. Bench 1, full PPR. Bench Higgins, JSN, Kyron, or Worthy. Oh, wow.
Full PPR, I'll bench Kyron.
I think that's the smart way to go, but it's close.
Should I drop ETN for Robinson, Garendo, or Ford?
No.
Trevor for sure. The only way I would do that, I mean, like what he's saying is doesn't have a startable second running back. Like, I guess you can make a case like starting Travis Etienne.
Yes.
It's not that big of a difference between starting Jerome Ford.
Well, no, I would say that I would drop him for Robinson because if McCaffrey.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that part. Yeah.
If McCaffrey were out, I'd rather have Robinson.
But then you're really hurting yourself.
Yeah, you have no depth.
You have no depth.
Oh, drop someone else.
There's got to be a receiver or something to drop.
All right, last one. Tedero McMillan, Ricky Pearsall, or Emeka Ibuka?
McMillan.
Yeah, started with that.
Okay. Dan is wearing a weighted blanket for a shirt today.
It's a regular shirt. Like, this is insane. It's just, what's the problem here?
I actually
It's a
like that
regular
shirt. I think your mom bought you that shirt.
She might have back in the day. This is an old shirt. I have a lot.
I don't think we ever addressed. Maybe we did. I missed it. Dan's brother's comment about the Schneider men being all barrel chested.
It is true. We have a weird build where the chest comes out, but I don't agree or subscribe to any of the stuff about me wearing tight shirts. Those are just how I'm between a medium and a large. I can't figure it out.
You're medium. Listen, you wear tight shirts. It's okay.
No, he's a Marge.
This is not a tight shirt. Like, this is a regular pullover.
Is a medium a small and a medium? I think he's a Marge.
Yeah, I'm not.
New name.
Exactly. I'm a medium large.
New nickname. Okay. Thank you for watching. All right. Tell him, hey, Dan, you know this. Tell him Large Marge sent you.
There's no way he knows what that is.
Tell him Large Marge sent you. Nope. What is it?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, no way have I seen that movie.
That's fun. You should watch it. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Talk to you Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Bye.